Okay, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the how the course works. So the course will have a module for each week. This is the first week, so there's one module. It's the second term, so it starts out on module 10. Um, and then every week you will have a participation quiz that will always be in this participation module. So let's go through a module. Every module is essentially the same, so they'll all look like this. They'll all work the same. So you have the module overview, you have some lessons, 3 usually. You have your workbook submission, and you have you have a module quiz that covers all of the lessons, and then you have a module critical thinking assignment, and that usually covers all of the lessons, and sometimes even asks you to reach back into previous lessons to pull some things together, some ideas together. Let's go through the module really quickly, though. We'll look at each one of these. So the module overview has a link to the workbook. So first of all, it gives you an introduction to the module. It has a link to the workbook for that module, so you'll need to download that here. It has a link to the live Zoom sessions, which we have twice a week. And then it has an overview of the module. So in this case, what we just looked at, 3 lessons, a quiz, and a critical thinking assignment. If I've done the live session where I go through, where I do an overview of the module, then I'll put a link here so you can watch that and you'll get some details about each assignment. And that's it. So that's the module overview. Next, you have your 3 lessons. Each lesson is going to have an intro, then it's going to have things to do, like videos to watch, things like that. It'll have references. It'll tell you when to work on the workbook. So in this case, after you've done all of this, it'll say, now do the workbook activities, and then complete the quiz. So you just do what it says, just follow what it says. And I've already taken this quiz as a student, so the next lesson, you'll see same thing. So there's an introduction. This is just an introduction. It's a little bit bigger than the other one, but it's still just an introduction. And then here's what you need to do for the lesson. So you'll read some articles, you'll watch a video, you'll complete the workbook activity, and then you'll do the lesson quiz. Okay, and here's the workbook, for example, by the way. So I would be going back and doing these before I finish the lesson. Okay, so that's lesson 2. Here's lesson 3. Same thing, so short introduction this time. Read an article, watch a few videos, complete the workbook activity. So again, here's the workbook activity. And then take the quiz. And then that's it. So I just finished the 3 lessons. The next step would be to submit the workbook. So if I finished the 3 lessons, then I finished the workbook. So I would open this up. I'm going to create a link. So I go back to my Google Doc, go to share, make sure that it's set to anyone. If I can't see the document, if I don't have access to it, then you get a 0. So copy it, done, go back here, paste the link. You can comment. If you make a comment, I do read them. They pop up when I go to grade your assignment, so I will read that comment when I grade your assignment. And you submit it. And when you submit this, it goes to my task list to grade. So this right now would have just popped up on my to-do list. Okay, and the next thing would be the module quiz. So this is just a multiple choice quiz. The questions are from the same question bank as each of those lessons. Okay, so I take that. It shouldn't take very long because I've probably seen most of the questions. Then I go next. And so the last thing will usually be the CTA, and it's usually just 1 or 2 paragraphs. And it'll explain what to do, and it'll explain how you're graded. As well, if you want help on this, so I usually on the second live class of each week, we work on the CTA. So if you want help working through the CTA, just come to the second live session. That's the second live class, and most likely that's what we'll be doing during that live class session. Okay, so I would work on this, and then when I'm finished with it, I would submit it. And that's it. So let's go back to the module. And all right, we saw the module overview. We went quickly through each of these lessons. You saw the workbook submission, and we actually submitted it. You saw the quiz, and then you saw the CTA. And that's basically the class. You'll get a module for each week usually. If it's a short week, you'll have less lessons most likely. So then there's the participation assignment. Let me close this module. The participation assignment, I put it in a separate module because you should do it even if you're not working on the module. You should be completing these participation assignments. So let's say I do nothing this week. Log in at least sometime during the week and complete this assignment. It's quick. It takes 15 to 20 seconds. I'll do it right now. Survey. So have I submitted something this week? Yes or no? This is asking for feedback. So let's say I didn't do anything this week. I'm just going to say didn't do anything. Okay, but if I did do something, you know, if I liked a video, if I didn't like a video, if I thought some of the readings were redundant or too hard, whatever, I would put that here, and I do read that. There's another one. And then what was I working on? So module 6 and 7. And I ask you that so that when I read this feedback, I know what it applies to, because every student is in their own place. Some students are going through these quickly, some are going through more slowly. I'd submit the quiz. And that is all. That's all you have for this course. So modules, a module every week, and then these participation assignments. And right now there's only one participation assignment in here because we're on the first week, but you'll find them all in here every week. And that's it. So good luck in the course.